just going over your results. All right. Okay, so this is Tyrone Ward's teacher feedback for IT skills 4N1125. All right. So the way that this module is split up, okay, is that you get 20% of your mark was for that practical test. It was assessment 1. I can show you here. It was the question. Some of the questions were. Scroll down here. Do you remember this concepts of IT test that we did?
Maybe can you show me some of the questions?
Sure. Yeah, well, they're right here. I want to go. Remember those ones?
Oh, yeah. That was
right?
a while ago.
Yeah. So you had to identify the components, being able to tell the difference between input, output devices, application software, operating software, all that other stuff. Anyways, Tyrone, on this test, on this assessment, you got 19.75 out of 20. So, you know, pretty good. Okay. Yeah, you nailed it. In fact, you actually, I have to change one of my questions because you actually got me good. The question there, question 11, if you had no computers in the morning, how would your life change, right? But you answered the question literally, how would my life change if I didn't have computers like in the morning time, and then you had them back in the afternoon, whereas I was kind of going for like, if it was like just computers were gone for the whole time. Anyways, it was a good answer. You read the question literally, and it was good. Okay? So, now on the next is the practical examination stuff. Okay? And each one of those is split up out of 20 as well, but they're added together for 80% of your overall mark. Okay? So on the data entry, right, that would have been assessment 2. It was the copy test. Remember, you had a piece of text that you had to take and enter it into the box below it.
Just get to look up and save and put them in.
No. I'll show you which one. It was just a straight up copy test.
Yeah.
So that would have been assessment 2. All right. So.
Oh yeah.
You remember that one? That would have been way back in like November. We did that one.
So it wasn't copy paste. We just had to type it directly in.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyways, on that one, you got 20 out of 20. Okay? There was no errors. Then the next part was, assessment 3 was file management. Okay? Now file management was when I asked you guys to create it was the assessment where you guys had to create, remember the folders, British Columbia, Ontario, Quebec, and then you had to create Word documents called Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal, and you had to download the images, and then you had to insert the images, and then you had to select the folders, copy the folders, move folders, and all that other stuff. So anyways, on that assessment, okay, you got 20 out of 20 as well. Okay? Then on your, assessment 4 was word processing. Okay, so being able to modify text, being able to enhance text, editing, moving, copying, again, all within a word processor. On that assessment, you got 19 out of 20. Okay, so you nailed that one out of the park as well. It was this one. You would have had, you would have had these two boxes. What is a PC? Remember, and then you had to type it up, and then you had to copy it, and then you had to enhance the text, and then move it, and then copy it. The only thing I think I know. Oh yeah, it was the comment here. Sorry, is that was the only place where you lost a mark. The indentation was only the first paragraph. You indented the entire. See, the thing asked you to indent the first paragraph, but you had indented the whole one.
What do you mean by indent?
So, on the word processor, the question was to indent the first paragraph to 1.5 centimeters from the left.
Yeah.
Right? So if you noticed here, right?
Yeah,
you see how there's no indent here?
Yeah.
When you set the indent on, you sent it for the whole body of text. It was just supposed to be the first paragraph. Okay? But that's a minor mistake. Okay?
So 19.
Yeah, yeah. And then the last assessment was internet and email. So you had to, you were supposed to research when the Champions League final was. You had to find out where it was, the time, the date it was. Then you had to get flight information. You had to send me an email. You had to do a screenshot of the Cal's Youth Reach site, copy and paste our center philosophy and all that other stuff. So on that, you got 20 out of 20 on that as well, right? I'll just show you the assignment for that one. You remember that?
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, the flight information, then you sent me the email, so anything, so you got 20 out of 20 on that. So in total, Tyrone, this is, you did really well, all right? You got 98.75, okay? Which is like well above a distinction, okay? So you're obviously very competent using computers and yeah. So that's a really good result, man. All right? So well done, okay?